Lawmakers are set to be back at the Capitol Monday afternoon for the start of the special session. The governor is proposing a 0.2% cut to the state income tax rate and corporate tax rate. And lawmakers we talked to tell us they expect to be wrapped up by the end of the week. One day after ending the fiscal session, Governor Huckabee Sanders is now calling a special session to tackle more tax cuts, which she says would be a win for everyone.
The people that are at the bottom of the income structure, frankly, are already paying zero.
Senate Bill 1 seeks to reduce the state's corporate tax rate from 4.3 to 4.1%. The state's top income tax rate would go from 3.9 to 3.7%. It would apply to Arkansans who make anywhere from $26,400 to $94,700 a year. Someone who makes $50,000 a year would expect to see around $100 in additional savings.
It's a lot for an individual Arkansan, right? That's a lot of money for all of us to put back in our pockets. It'll draw down some on general revenue, but it's an amount we can certainly afford based on our surplus.
I don't think there's a single elected official who doesn't love being able to give money back to the taxpayers, but I think sometimes you have to be honest about your fiscal situation. The way this tax cut is structured, it's going to benefit those at the top 1% the most. If you are an average Arkansan making closer to the median income, you're not going to see a whole lot from this.
According to the Arkansas Department of Finance and Administration, the state is expecting a revenue surplus of more than $400 million by the end of the fiscal year. Right now, Arkansas has a record amount in reserve funding, which includes $1.8 billion in the Catastrophic Reserve Fund and $1.8 billion in restricted reserves. That's in addition to $642 million in general revenue reserves. The impact of the combined tax cuts would cost the state is estimated to be more than $191 million in fiscal year 2027 and nearly $145 million in fiscal year 28. We asked Joint Budget Committee co-chair Representative Lee Johnson and Senate Minority Leader Greg Leding about the proposed cuts.
As we've seen, our economy's healthy, tax revenue's healthy, so it's a good time to give back to the people. All of us would love to get to zero, but we want to do that in a responsible way.
There are bipartisan concerns about the budget. When you look at how spending is going, and more of the average increase is being eaten up by the voucher program and some other large expenses, that leaves very little else for other critical needs.
If the cuts are approved, the new income tax rate would be retroactive to the start of this year, and the corporate tax rate would take effect starting next year. In Fort Smith, Brett Rains, 4029 News.